Hi, you guys. Welcome back. This is Sherry, and you're watching In Sherry's Opinion. Now, for most of you, you know that I am a psychic medium, and I'm here to talk to you about Gabby Patito. As we all know, her autopsy report was released yesterday, and she was killed by the hands of another by manual strangulation, which means whoever killed her did it with their bare hands. They strangled her with their bare hands. And allegedly, the person that we assume did it was the last person known to have seen Gabby, and that would be Brian Laundrie. Now, he came back from this trip of grand adventure with Gabby, and he came back alone. Then his parents reported him missing. But as we know, he's not really missing. He is on the run. The FBI, all kinds of sheriff's offices and deputies, and the dog, the bounty hunter, is after him. He has not been named as the person, the suspect, I guess. Maybe a person of interest, and that's about it. Now, to us, he is a fugitive, a killer, a psychopath. And some psychopaths are born. Some are raised. And in Brian's case, I think more towards he was raised this way, because his parents have stayed in their home. They have not talked to the media or the protesters or even the police. They don't have a problem calling 911 if someone comes to their door delivering flowers, but they won't talk to the FBI. I'm finding all of this ridiculous, in my personal opinion. Now, I have explained in previous videos how I believe all this happened. And I believe that on August 27th, there was another argument between Brian and Gabby, and I believe that things got out of control again, and he had enough and decided that this was it. And I see things. I have visions. I have gut feelings. And I have spirit guides. And so I know, like, if I'm watching this in a movie, and it's this way with all cases, I can talk to and hear the deceased. I've talked to Suzanne Morphew. I've talked to Summer. And many, many others. And I can tell you that this argument started in the van, and he tried to suffocate her with a pillow. He tried to strangle her with his hands. She got away and took off running. He chased after her until he caught her, and he looked her in the eye, and she was looking into his eyes as he choked the life out of her for approximately 3 to 5 minutes. And to me, it's unacceptable that this man has been allowed to disappear. When he came back without her on September the 1st, the authorities, once they caught wind of everything that was going on, they did not watch him. They did not keep an eye on him. They did not surveil him. They thought, I don't know what they thought. They weren't thinking. But I can tell you, there will be some things going on about this situation with the police. And they're going to try to blow it off and make us think that they didn't have probable cause, they didn't have the right to invade their privacy, whatever. And it's all a crock, because they know that they screwed up. And I am all for the police. I support them. But they make mistakes. They're human. And they do have to follow the law. But I think there were so many mistakes made in this situation. I think Gabby was failed in this situation. And Brian's parents aren't helping anything by staying held up in their home and not answering questions, by giving their son several days head start, probably money and a vehicle, and I do hold them somewhat responsible for this, because they have the power to get on the news and say, Brian, you need to come home, you need to turn yourself in, whatever. And I don't think that Brian can do anything without his mother telling him what to do. I think that's a big part of it. I think she is the matriarch of the family. And when she says jump, I think even her husband asks how high. I just know what I know. And I believe that his mother has known. I think his mother and his father both have known, even before Brian came back from their vacation, so it's called, they knew that Gabby was gone. They knew what their son had done. And they had it planned out probably before he even got home. But yet they went on a vacation for a few days, for the weekend, whatever. And I believe that that was to plot things. See, they were away from home where, you know, nothing could be in, phones weren't tapped, and, you know, because when people like this do bad things, they get paranoid, and they probably were convinced that somebody was watching Brian, and they should have been, but they weren't. And we know we have timelines for everything that has gone on. And like I've said in my previous videos about Gabby, I explained, or at least I believe that I have explained, how she was killed. And so I will say that I know Brian will be found. He will be found alive. He's not going to kill himself unless his mommy tells him to. And I don't think she will. But I can tell you that he will get caught and stand trial for this. And we want the affidavit. We want to see what's going on in the courtroom. We do not want nothing closed. We're too invested in this. And all trials, anything like this that happens, is supposed to be public knowledge. It's supposed to be out for everybody. It's always been that way. It's our rights as Americans, citizens, to know these things. And I guess he left her in Wyoming. So why did he not get in trouble for abandoning her, stealing her vehicle? Because if I had taken one of, my husband and I have vehicles, if I had taken one of those and went across the country, he could have got me for a stolen vehicle. I mean, this vehicle was in Gabby's name, not his. So, and they weren't married. I don't care if they were engaged or not. Which, according to Gabby's mother, they'd called off the engagement. And I wish she'd have never moved in with him in the first place. But, you know, when your kids grow up, you have to let them go. You have to let them make mistakes on their own. It's part of being an adult. And so I can see that. But then again, did Brian, when he took Gabby into his life, did he have his own place at that time? Or did he just move her into his parents? Because to me, I think I would have said, well, you know, you don't even have your own place, so, you know, that's just, he's 23 years old. She moved in with him when he was 21, I guess. 21. And so that's a red flag for me on its own. But then the way Brian's mother is so controlling over everybody in her life. That's the way Brian tries to be with people in his life. And he did it. He did it to Gabby. And so, now he's in a world of trouble. And his mother is helping him. But you know, she's going to be in trouble too. When this all is said and done, Brian's parents are going to be in trouble. And I hope that if Cassie knows anything else, that she comes forward and says what she knows, because now she knows too what her brother has done. And I mean, allegedly, because I mean, who else could it have been? I mean, I just don't see how it could have been anybody else. I mean, I know, because I saw it. I have visions. I have spirit guides. I see things. I know things. And I wished that you guys could see and hear and know the things that I do, because then you could understand so much better. But if you would do me a favor, subscribe to my channel. It's free. You can always unsubscribe anytime you want. On my channel, we all have an opinion, not just me. We all have a voice, because my platform is for everyone. And anyone who subscribes and has a story to tell, I have a platform for you. Because I invite my subscribers with a story to tell to email me. We'll talk about it. We'll get you up here so that you can tell your story and you can help someone else. Because that's what I do here. That's why I do what I do. Because I want to help people. I want to find people. And I want to get people justice. And if you would like to help get people justice, this is where you should be. Jelani Day needs justice. He needs his story out there. He needs his story to be told. And the more information that we can get out there, the faster his family will possibly have a chance to get justice and to heal from the pain they're in right now. If you don't know Jelani Day's story, I will tell you. He was a beautiful, beautiful young man in college. He was going to be a doctor. He was going to be a bone marrow donor for his grandfather. And so, if you will go over to Queen Talks Crime, she's covering this story, and she just did a live tonight. It's a very sad case, but it's a very interesting case. And we need all the exposure we can get for him. And if you could go over there, support her and everything that she's doing, she's damn well worth it. She's a great person. I love you guys. And I would love for you to subscribe, leave me a comment, and don't forget to take care of each other and yourself. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.